actually becomes even more important, at times like this. Because ultimately, what is the core? The core is having a clear understanding of what drives value for a business and how does the business enable itself to actually serve its customers or consumers in ways others can't. So unless you really have a clear sense of what's distinctive about you, whether it's your business model, your principles, your values, your strategy, how else will you win in the marketplace? So at times like this, when there is so much confusion, there's so much ambiguity, the clarity and focus around knowing how you will drive value, how will you adapt, and what will you do differently to serve your consumers and your customers actually becomes more important. And this is one area where I find companies actually struggling the most. Because once you figure out what your core is, then you can decide, are there things perhaps that I should not be doing? So are there ways to slim down the core?
Yeah.
Are there new things that I need to start doing, right? Which might need to perhaps a new core or new capabilities around the core. So to me, at this stage, it's very important for people and companies to figure out what is truly strategic, what is non-strategic, for things that are non-strategic, advantage. Do you partner with some other people? Do you try and sell those assets? The second is what's productive, what's non-productive. Because every company of our size or other companies, there's a fair amount of unproductive work that goes on as well. Can you shed the unproductive part? And so I think the heart of this is to figure out what drives competitive advantage. I think once you've done that, then it's very important to figure out what your operating model needs to be, what your business model needs to be. While we're doing it, it's very important to not throw the baby out of the bathwater. I think I fully agree that cash needs to be the entire royal coat. But at the same time, I see a lot of companies running immediately to cut costs or let people go off. We've heard some horrible examples where 3,500 people were let go through a 3-minute video online. Is that what you want to be remembered as? Part of, I think, our job as leaders is to figure out how will we be remembered at after a few years. This is a once in a lifetime crisis. We have to think about legacy building. We have to think about, future generations as well. And I think at times like this, values become very important. Values are so easy to live up to when things are going well. The true test of values comes in when things are not going well.